phone. Sometimes my phone is kind of wonky. Um, let's see how this one's going. I think it's my phone, honestly.
Is it doing the circles?
No.
Is that what yours is doing?
Yeah.
Is it just buffered? Let me look and see if the TV is working on the Wi-Fi. Did you find the new stream? Or are you still on the old stream?
Well, we've got an ad coming up right now for this one.
Are you still on the old stream?
Or is it Breakfast Pizza Live?
That's the old stream. This one just says Bellacre's Kitchen Live.
Made it over. Kim Campbell's here.
Okay.
See how that. How do we look now, you guys? Are we still blurry? Blurry. Johnston Hills is in the kitchen. Says good morning. Jeannie Lipsky. Hi, Rusty. There you are.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, are we blurry? We're still blurry.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. We have the Wi-Fi and we tried it with data.
Data was worse than our.
Then the Wi-Fi, yeah, that's when we lost you guys. I'm making the, let's get you guys caught up. I'm making the biscuit dough, but I do want to go ahead and get my sausage cooking. This is our Robertson's Belly Acres sausage. It's a mild blend. I thought I had a, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and get it cooking.
Yeah, Michelle, we're going to be a little bit blurry. A while ago, we were so pixelated you couldn't even see all. It was Rachel's pink shirt's all you could see.
Yeah, this is take 2. We lost the first stream. we got to buffering and then couldn't.
And they said it.
All right, we're going to try again. Rusty.
Heather Hopper says, hush, just do it.
Rusty, don't touch nothing. I'm going to get that sausage started to cook. I'm preheating to, or it's already preheated, but it's at 415 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stone in the oven so it can start heating. I did go ahead and season that this morning, so it might smoke a little, but it should be okay. I'm going to make a biscuit dough crust.
This says, Rusty, don't touch nothing. I want to learn to make this pizza. Elaine says, I'll just follow Rachel's shirt.
Come over here, so then that way we can get you in. Yeah. I was trying to get you and me in there, and it just wasn't enough screen.
You and me going fishing in the dark.
Oh yeah, grabbed it. Baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and then I'm going to put a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, put that in there. 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. I can't fit my tablespoon in there, and I don't want to pull it out.
Elaine says, morning, all. I was going to watch Rachel make this.
We're trying, we're trying.
And James says, was that a pizza stone?
Yes. It's a, it's from Pampered Chef Stoneware Collection, and
They call it a bar stone.
that one is a ball, yeah. But I make everything on it because I love it. I love stoneware. I only have one piece, but I love that. Stoneware. What do I do with that? All right. Get a few things going on here. All right, I hope everybody found us okay.
I'm going to turn you just a little bit. They can't see you.
Oh, I'm
You're reaching off camera.
okay.
They can see this, and you're going.
All right, and then
That's
here.
okay. Yep, I want to move you back.
Okay, we're right back here. I'm gonna grab my butter. I have it cut. It's a full stick of butter, sliced, and then cut those slices in half, and I put them in the refrigerator. It's the top one, because I have 2. Did that one come off the top shelf?
They're both on top of it.
No, one was not on the top shelf.
One was here.
Yeah.
One was there.
One was here, one was here.
Oh, okay. That's the one just up here.
Okay, I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is, let me look at that one. I have, yeah. That's all right. This, it's a half a stick of butter. We had to take our mics off because our mics don't work with Rusty's cell phone. And then I just chop it into little pieces like this, and then put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready for it. Because you want the butter to be cold, so then that way you can, it makes it flaky, right? And then I'm just going to take my 2 knives, butter knives, just, let's see, you can just, I'm going to try to get all the butter out of there so I can show you guys.
Elaine says, hello, Trish. James says, yeah, I bought one from my wife years ago.
Yes, they're awesome.
Bandolier is in the kitchen.
And you can just cut it in.
Nobody says, Elaine, I believe barrel is expected to go north of Riviera. So far, that's what's going on. Awesome. Good to hear that. James says, wiggle it just a little bit. Shiloh Acres is in the kitchen. Says, good morning, everyone. Vaughn, this is, I love my stone from Pampered Chef.
Yes, the stoneware at Pampered Chef is awesome. I can share links to different things. I think Pampered Chef right now, I'm not a consultant anymore, but I am still really good friends with several people who are consultants. And there's a big 25% discount going on this,
Until the end of this week, wasn't
I
it?
think it's up today, so I mean through today.
They're wanting to know what's in the bowl already.
Okay, in the bowl already, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Don't get those mixed up. Gives you some really weird tasting biscuits. And then 1 tablespoon of sugar. I have a half a cup of butter that has been in the refrigerator, chopped up and in the refrigerator, and I just cut that in. So this is biscuit dough. You want your butter to be cold. That's what makes a flaky biscuit.
Makes it late.
All right, and then the milk situation. Oh, where are my forks? I moved my forks because I found these cute. Look, it's just a little plastic pig. And I did a photo shoot for my daughter the other day, for my oldest daughter. Her and her family, she wanted to do a 4th of July photo shoot. So we went to the dollar store to pick up some red, white, and blue stuff to have props and stuff for when the, to keep the kids entertained. And those little plastic pigs were there for $1. So I picked them up. I picked up 3 because she has 3 kids. But Maverick is only 2 months?
3 months.
He's almost 3 months. He'll be 3 months this month. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, so your milk, you want to add it in a tablespoon at a time. I say that.
Elaine says those photos were so awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Allie did share some of them. You guys, I took 916 photos on my iPhone. I have done Allie's 2 of her maternity shoots, and then she wanted to do family pictures. I'm like, you're asking a lot, girlfriend. I am not trained. But they came out really cute. It was more of a fun, just have the kids doing whatever. We had a couple of backdrops and setups, but.
Trish says, Frank, your safety, Jovita. James says,
What happened to Jovita?
the barrel's coming in. The tropical storm barrel. He's been back and forth from
Oh, I
hurricane.
saw that. Yeah, you said something about that.
Yeah, it's
Pray
gonna go-
for you guys.
Supposed to go north of Riviera, hopefully north of Corpus.
Hopefully. I tried calling Mama yesterday, on the 4th, and, I'm sure she was super busy, but
Yeah. James says the colder the better for the butter.
yes.
Kim, all 600 of us here in Riviera have little money and big faith.
Amen to that.
Amen.
All right.
She says, Trish, your prayers are so comforting. Elaine says, oh my. Neil says, good morning, Des from the Riz.
Des from the Riz.
James Hall says, hi, Desi.
Hello, James Hall.
And
Neil said hi.
Oh, hi, Neil.
She got her headphones in, not even listening.
She's watching something totally different. All right, so you want the dough to kind of just be clumpy together.
Sheila Tubbs says she uses buttermilk.
Yes, and you can use buttermilk, and if you don't have buttermilk, you can take your milk and add an acid. So you can add lemon juice or a little bit of vinegar or some sort of acid and set it aside for about 5 minutes, and you will get the same effect as buttermilk.
And it's really good.
Yeah, I just made it with regular milk.
Rita and Elaine said, hello, Desi.
Hello, Elaine and Jovita.
All right, you don't want to handle the biscuit dough too much because you don't want that butter to get too warm.
Oh, wait, this is buttermilk is so ew.
It's so ew. It's great in baking.
Neil says, I'm probably going to be unloading in the rain Monday down by the Gulf in southern Louisiana.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Miserable times.
Actually going to roll this out as thin as possible because it is going on a pizza, or it's going to be a pizza crust, and it will rise because it's a biscuit dough. You can also use, that's why I put flour there. I didn't put enough flour there.
Dang it.
Right. You can also use a crescent roll mix, or, you know, you can buy the canned biscuits and do it that way. Or you can use regular pizza dough for the breakfast pizza.
Yeah. Make it your own.
Make it your own. All right, I don't need this to be pretty because it's just for us. I just want it to be thin.
Trish says, I usually use powdered buttermilk. Don't use it enough to keep fresh on hand.
That's true. That's my issue. I used to buy buttermilk, but it seemed like I was always throwing it away. And so I stopped buying it. And then I learned that you can, you know, just sour some milk. And it started just doing it that way. I also learned something the other day. You can do the same thing at 7-layer dip. And so I had a heavy whipping cream, and I just added some lime juice to it because I was putting that taco seasoning in it. Added some lime juice to it, whipped it up, sour cream. It's the same thing. It's
Yep.
awesome. Let's see, what am I looking for? I need this. Yeah.
Instead of the flatbed.
All right, I'm just draining this sausage out. You guys, this sausage that we had processed from the farm, it is not real fatty. That's what I like about it.
Not real fatty and has a lot of good flavor.
Lots of good flavor, yes.
They really did a good job processing it.
Yes, the bacon too just has amazing flavor. Okay with it.
James says, Mom taught me that trick making waffles.
The buttermilk trick.
That or the butter.
Oh, the butter, probably. Yep. All right. So I had that pan preheating in the oven. So now what we'll do is we'll just, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right. I'm putting this dough here, and then I'm just taking the excess and putting it here. Now this pan was preheating.
Kim says, hard to make gravy with no fat.
Right, but I'm not going to make homemade gravy on this one. I have a good gravy mix.
It's a good gravy mix.
Gravy mix. And here's this is going to make my biscuit dough rise because this pan is hot. But I'm gonna go ahead and set it aside. Well, actually I'm gonna leave it right here because I gotta make the eggs now. You guys. Oh, what happened? I'm over here pushing. All right. Good gravy. I've shown this before on a video, but it's been probably a year or so. I'm going to show you how to make the fluffiest scrambled eggs. Maybe not the fluffiest, but it's fluffy to me. Super fluffy. All right.
Elaine, just good gravy.
Good gravy.
James calls it Batman.
So, the first thing to a good fluffy egg.
Well, we just take my gravy from a package.
Yeah, mine is a gravy mix also. I'm going to do that this morning. I can make gravy. I like to make sausage gravy with the sausage drippings, but I'm short on milk. I mean, I have enough there probably to make a small batch, but then Rusty won't have any for his
my
coffee. So you want to start with a cold skillet, okay? Whew, my eggshells are, I just cracked that one right in. I was trusting one night. Now I'm cracking them into a bowl first because they are farm fresh. I'm putting quite a few eggs in here. Oh, that did not crack. All right.
Sheila says if you want to make a delicious pancake or waffle, put vanilla in your batter.
Yes, absolutely. There is nothing wrong with adding vanilla to any of those things. Cake mix.
Well, Rita, you just need to calm yourself down. She says it's not all about Rusty, Rachel. Use the milk.
Aw, poor Rusty.
All right, I know where they sell more.
Be like, I would drink more coffee, but somebody used all the milk. All right, I put 8 eggs in there. It is a cold skillet. I haven't turned the burner on yet. Now I have 1/4 cup-ish of butter.
Kim says, ha ha, Hovika, Hovika says, I love you, Rusty, lots and lots.
Lots.
I can tell.
So this butter has also been chilled, and it's been in the...
I'll take that from you this week, Hovika, after last week.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead. Wrong one, Rachel. I've had this stove how many years?
Just a couple days.
I'm just gonna break the yolks here. I'm not gonna really scramble. I'm gonna break the yolks.
Elaine says, I was just gonna say road trip, Rusty.
Right? You know, when we lived in town, it was no big. But we made, I want to show you guys something. We made so many trips to town yesterday doing that irrigation. I feel like it was more than 2.
Well, we spent so much time in towns, we had so many stops to make.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Look at this pizza dough already rising. It's just like whoop, rising up. So, gravy. And it's just a gravy mix. So, let's see, we're just going to make about 2 cups. I've cut the instructions here on the top. Rest is
James
pretty
says,
smart.
good gravy, Batman.
Good gravy, Batman.
Trish Kane says, if I...
That's
That
cool.
would definitely give it the sweetness.
Right. I want to kind of keep you guys close over here because I want you to see what I'm doing over here. And then I want you to watch the eggs too. So we got to keep an eye on the eggs over here. All right.
Keep your head on a swivel.
We are going to keep your head 100% on a swivel today. I need 1.5 cups of water to start boiling. Now this, I don't remember the brand name of this gravy mix, but I like it. You can buy it at Walmart in the bulk section. You know, where you can buy like the big jars of mayo and the big jars. It comes in a big bag, but I always well, I did it this time. I put it in a mason jars because otherwise you've got this bag that's been opened and it's not resealable, and you're trying to do, you're trying to keep it from spilling and everything. So now I'm going to take a half of a cup of cool water.
Elaine says, hello, James. Don't mean to ignore anyone just watching and listening. Plus, hands don't want to work today.
Oh, I'm so
Jeannie
sorry.
Lipsky says, I'll have to try that, Trish. I use 7-Up in my pie dough instead of water.
Ooh, I have seen that like in the people using it in the, like a cake. You do the cake mix and just 7-Up and nothing else. I think there was a Coke cake that was that way too. I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of this mix. So recap there, 1.5 cups of water that's boiling, half a cup of cold water or cool water, and then 3/4 of a cup of the gravy mix. I almost have 3/4 of a cup. I think that's my eggs that are whistling.
Okay. So it's like, what is that?
All right, we need to check these eggs. So looky here. You want to take it off of the heat, start to move it around. Once those whites. Now this is the one of the things that I had gotten from Pampered Chef that I was super excited about, that I'm not that impressed with, is the hex pattern.
James says, if you have a frother, to put air in the eggs, or a mixer with a whisk attachment. In the restaurant, we use a shake machine to whip eggs.
Yes, and you can do that to make them, give them a lot of air. You'll end up with more of an airy egg. I'm kind of trying to get a creamy egg here, so creamy yet fluffy. So basically, you're just going to move it around. Then we're going to put it right back on. And we're going to turn that way down. Okay?
Kim says, our Walmart removed that section. No more big cans of pork and beans.
Oh no! That's not good.
Shiloh Akers says, I've been on Google trying to find a good McGriddle recipe because my daughter loves those. Those are awesome.
Yes, I love those too. TikTok had a few that I had seen. I like where they take the bacon and they put it like on the stone, and then they add the pancake batter on top. I think that's pretty cool.
But we says, oh no, Kim, what are we Mexicans gonna do?
Bunch of little cans. You'll just have to make a big old pot of beans. So I'm just mixing this gravy mix in the water. Oil to boil.
Boil him in oil.
So let's watch these eggs. Kind of made a big old mess over here, but. Now while it's on the stove, whoop, I'm gonna bring you over. Try to get you guys closer. Okay.
Neil says more and more people are getting fed up with Wally World. Kim says, I hear you, Jovita. I've had to buy 5 cans of beans.
Goodness.
Trish, I despise Wally World, but not a whole lot of options here.
Right.
Rick says 5 cans of beans, that's too much money.
Amen. Especially like ranch style beans or the baked. Right here, I'm turning off. I should have put this in a while ago, but I didn't. I'm going to add a little bit of heavy whipping cream.
Sheila says, Shiloh Acres, you can use pancake batter with honey in it to make McGriddles. Don't forget the vanilla. Wanda says, I just seen one where you dip a cooked green sausage patty into your pancake mix and fry it.
Ooh, that sounds
That sounds
amazing.
really good.
I always turn on the
Butter and your favorite bacon, sausage and eggs. I want them.
I should have put that cream in a while ago. I didn't realize it was still cooking so fast. So the issue here is I have my oven on and I have this burner on. So my skillet wasn't cold like I needed it to be. So I didn't adjust for that temperature. But still, you get very fluffy eggs. I'm going to cook that.
Well, every state needs an HEB, yes.
Oh man, we loved HEB while we were down there.
Kim says, I wish we had an HEB. Linda Lehman is in the kitchen. She says, morning. I didn't catch the name of the gravy mix you used. Please say it again.
I need to look and see what the name of that is. I'll have to look it up on
It's
Walmart.
in a white bag with the red and black letters on the label.
All right, then at this minute, I'm just going to use salt and pepper because we are using it in on that pizza. I want it a little bit more crumbly than I would normally want to serve to somebody because I want to be able to spread it out on that pizza.
Neil says, Wally World has been about $1 cheaper on the items than other grocery stores here, but I cherry pick the sales at the other grocery stores.
All right, so there's some good, see that, I don't know if you can tell, like, see how they're a little bit fluffier. You can see it kind of bounce more on the top. Fluffier, creamier eggs. Like I said, I broke those up more just because I want to be able to spread it out on the pizza. All right, so then my water is boiling over here. Ooh, Rachel. Boiling over here. So I'm just adding that in, stirring it as it goes. Turn this down. It goes very, very fast. This gravy makes very, very quickly.
Rita says, Neil, when you're here in South Texas, load up at HEB.
Yes.
She says she also loves Dollar Tree.
Yes, $1.25. We went there recently, and it was like, holy Hannah, they have a lot of great stuff there. We picked up, they've got this sweet chili sauce that Rusty loves. It's like a Thai pepper, sweet chili sauce stuff. So we picked it up. All right.
Really good. All right.
Okay. Pour this right on top of the biscuit dough. So I made 2 cups of gravy.
James says, lots of good deals at Dollar Tree. Hoita says, James, they have tons of brand names for $1.25.
Yes. There's just 1 or 2 of you or whatever. That's a really good deal.
Kim says, that's looking yummy.
Yummy.
James says, yes, ma'am, I used to stock for Dollar Tree.
All right. So biscuits, gravy. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese. Cheese, please. Normally we would do mozzarella, but I used it all in the 7-layer dip. So we're using Fiesta blend cheese. And this is where Desi would say the more cheese, the better. Desi's our little mouse. She likes the cheese. All right.
Sheila says, I don't shop at Wally World except a few items. I shop at local grocery stores. Carolyn Land is in the house. Says, hey guys, glad I made your live. We're glad you made it too, Carolyn.
So glad you made it.
Elaine says, our Dollar Tree Family Dollar came in like a hurricane here and gone all in a year or more. Now back only Dollar General.
I'm going to break up that sausage a little because it's been draining this whole time. So we're just going to...
Shiloh says, James, that's what I was assuming, was afraid of adding too much maple syrup or not enough. I told her we'll just have to play with it until we figure it out. Our syrup is local, so thin.
Ooh, checking it out.
Yeah.
All right, this is where you can, of course, always make it your own. Add peppers if you want to add peppers, add onions, add green peppers. Just make it happen.
Tricia, my son says the Dollar General here has very little on their shelves. Haven't been to a Dollar Tree in quite a while.
Now we're going to spread these eggs out. those eggs smell so good. They're buttery and creamy. Which, I mean, you're going to cook them again because you're going to need to cook your, melt your cheese anyway. So,
James says you can make your own syrup with maple sugar and water.
I actually have a recipe that was passed down, not from my family. I think it was in my ex-husband's mom's, so my ex-mother-in-law's family. And I have that. I've never tried doing it. I don't remember what all it was. But I'm going to add a little more cheese on top of this. This is looking good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So your eggs and your eggs and your sausage is already cooked. So really you're just cooking your dough and melting your cheese. The oven is set at 415. I'm seeing if I can pick that up. It's cooled off enough. All right, I'm gonna set it in that center. The rack is down. I'm gonna set it in the center of the oven, and check that out. Yeah. I gotta put
Neil
up my
says,
cold
I
stuff.
only saw 1% chocolate milk at Dollar General. I only choose whole milk. Chris
Amen.
says, lots of cheese. I agree with Desi. Carolyn says, how river raft day go? I hope y'all had fun.
We didn't have
It was
really hot. I think if we go again, we want to take Desi to go river floating at some point. This is the one that we went on was a no kids allowed. We get to go and not be parents for a whole day, and it's a lot of fun, but it's really hot by the end of July. End of June. So I think we want to take Desi sometime, but I think we're gonna wait until next year. If we go, it'll be
earlier
May or
into May, 1st of June.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a really good time. James says equal parts water and sugar and maple flavor taste.
Yes. It's something like yes. That's it. I couldn't remember. I seen it syrup K-Ro, and that might be another one that I'm thinking of too.
Elaine says, I grew up with white syrup, just sugar and water boiled. I love it.
Yes, simple syrup. So, and that's what you're going to make, of course, to can and things like that, if you're going to do fruit in the simple syrup.
Right. Trish says, growing up, my granny always made our syrup, sugar, water, and vanilla.
That's so awesome. Hey, the thing is, people didn't have the conveniences that we have now. And two, you may do. So, a lot of the things that we grew up eating, we didn't realize there was another option for it.
Right. Emma Nanny is in the hose. Says, good morning, Robertsonville Acres. Sorry, I'm really late. You're
That's
not late.
okay.
We're not doing anything much. Rachel has been making our breakfast pizza, and it's in the oven right now. So you're here just in time to see that finished product and visit with everybody for a few.
Y'all don't freak out about me putting that cutting board in there. It's made from bamboo, so it's...
Let's see. But yeah, there's so much going on right now. I don't even know where to start. We, like I say, spent all day yesterday in the garden working on that irrigation system.
Well, if you guys follow us on Facebook or Instagram, you probably saw our water bill. This
Oh, man.
was almost $400. It was $397
$397.
for a water bill. So by the time you figure in fees to the convenience fee to pay it all for our water bill for 1 month. And so we had to take action immediately. We knew we had some leaks in our water hoses, and I had been watering, just like standing out there watering. And last month we were so dry, and so we already had most of the irrigation stuff. We just needed a few pieces to finish it. So yesterday, I think spent $100. And then before that, I think we bought the little tub with all the attachments and stuff at Walmart for $30. So it was under $150. We got the entire garden, an irrigation system for the entire garden. And like I said, we were out there for 10 hours, not straight. We went out there, we worked, and then
So we were about 8 hours out there, and then we come in.
Yeah, about 3 o'clock. It was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm burning up. I'm dying. Let's go in and eat and cool down. And that's saying something for me, because I don't sleep during the day. But I slept. Like, most of the time, if Rusty's going to take a nap, we both sit in the recliners. He takes a nap, and I'm on my phone, updating social media, updating, trying to edit, things like that while he's asleep. Yesterday, we leaned back and we were both asleep for about an hour. And then we woke up, we ate some lunch, and then we went back out there until dark. We were finishing up with flashlights.
Yeah.
So it was about 10 hours. But 10 hours and under $150 is well worth it if we can cut that water bill. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
James says, I love Grandma's strawberry freezer jam on pancakes and waffles.
That sounds good. So is it like just a compote? I've not heard of freezer jam. I've heard of refrigerator, like compote or refrigerator jelly. Do tell.
Emma Nanny says, I saw, I pray everyone had a wonderful 4th. We did.
Yes.
Denise McDonald says, I saw that. That was crazy high. Elaine says, oh my, yeah, that freaked me out.
Yeah, it was bad.
Neil says, they get real genuine maple syrup.
Nice.
Obita says, my water bill is $62. I water nothing.
Yeah. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Denise says, just for water, Obita, that's our water bill has been about $30.
That's not bad, Neil.
No. Trish says, I love pure maple syrup, but it's too expensive. James says, my city bill, including water, was $100.
That's not bad either. Because you're paying sewer and trash.
Right, and that's what Jovita just said. Denise, that includes septic too. Trish King says, our water bill timer that was sent to us.
That we were supposed to
that
do
we were
a
supposed
review
to do
on.
a review on it, and it doesn't allow enough pressure to go through.
Yeah, it regulates the water, and so we had it hooked up, and I guess because it's such a large system, the ends were not getting any water, even if they were on their own separate line. We did some separate lines when we tested it, so we were like, oh, we've got too many lines, too many heads on these lines, so we separated it off. We couldn't get the water pressure. It's just, we're not going to do the review on it.
Yeah.
We're not even going to talk about the name of it. It's supposed to be some big high-tech Wi-Fi, set the timer, work it from your phone type thing, and it's not what it's cracked up to be. So we took that off. We put the put it directly to the hydrant, and that works great. So now we do need to get a timer for it, because but we didn't buy one because we thought we had this other system to try out. But yes, we definitely want to get a timer.
Yes. Elaine says, I water me.
Right? Listen, you need water, and I'm like, got some coffee? How about a pop?
Shiloh says, that's all, James, that's all I grew up on, freezer jam.
That sounds so good. I need to
Denise
look
says,
that up.
I have a drip system set up for my garden. I love it. It's a time saver. I have timers set up for automatic watering.
Yes. So that's what we installed, was basically a drip system and combined with soaker hose for the herb garden, and I have like an herb garden and then tomatoes. Most of it is like a drip system, and we bought the little bucket at Walmart, and that worked out so nice because it had a lot of stuff. And then we went to our local bars and bought the rest of the stuff that we needed, and they're discontinuing most of their irrigation stuff. So I don't know if it was always that cheap, but it was way cheaper than Walmart.
Yeah.
So we loaded up.
Michelle says, my water runs 45 to 55 with only really watering the chickens and dogs. We have the well water for the gardens.
Man, we need to.
45 to 55 is less than our minimum. Our minimum is $65.
Yeah. Yeah.
With zero water usage, $65. They charge us for every gallon of water that goes through that meter.
It's crazy. A lot of adjustment, a lot of conversation of,
Thank you for putting Denise's link up there, Jovita.
a lot of conversation of, what's it called? Conserving water. So even in the house, you know, we've made it it's a big deal about, you know, being conscious of how long that faucet is running when washing dishes. We do have a teenager, you guys know what I mean. Brushing teeth, don't leave the water running while you're brushing your teeth. Don't take hour-long showers. All of those things, you know, like, hey, we've got to be so much more conscious of our consumption because we can't afford that.
Right.
I mean, we still have to pay electric. I mean, we've already paid electric this month, but what I'm saying is we have to pay electric and water.
Michelle says, I got mine from Walmart. Digital, uses batteries, or you can get the manual, turn the dial type.
Yes. We saw one at Baumgar's that seemed to work out okay. I mean, looked like it was okay, but I think it was a manual one. We are looking into some of the digital ones, so we'll definitely check Walmart.
Yes.
I'm going to check underneath there and make sure that crust is
James
done.
says strawberries, sugar, and pectin in the freezer, I believe.
Ooh, I'm going to check that out for sure.
Oh,
yeah, that's done underneath.
Elaine says soda or Coke once every blue moon,
You guys look
but
at this.
water and coffee always.
Yes.
Michelle says before COVID, that same amount of water usage, our bill was 35 to 40 max unless we had a water leak.
I see that. Let me
Yeah.
get
Carolyn says I would freak out if my water bill was that high and my electric bill isn't even that high.
oh my.
I hate it when my water sewage bill is over 65.
Well, the only thing we cool the house with window units. We have 4 window units running in the house almost all day, and our electric bill was lower than our water bill was.
Yes.
So yeah, it definitely crazy.
It eats me alive from my very limited income.
All right. So I cooked that for.
And Trish says our water bill is usually around 100, and it's undrinkable.
Oh my gosh, isn't that crazy?
Elaine says, yummy, Rachel. Wish I was there.
All right, so look at this. Would you look at this? Would you look at
that?
that crust is cooked golden, beautiful, and everything else is cheesy and wonderful. And I'm gonna have Rusty try it.
Oh.
Ooh, we are very, very pixelated. I was gonna get a picture of this for my thumbnail, but I guess I can get a picture of this for my thumbnail. All right, Rusty, it's hot.
Yes, very hot.
Very hot.
Move that pig.
Oh. Not nice. Don't talk about your wife that way.
No.
Mom.
All right.
Just like I was thinking.
Just like Pixel. I know. I moved you guys. All right, you guys. Well, if you combine the two lives, it was an hour.
Denise says, yummy. Hobie says, I want it. Hobie says, just look at this.
Just look at this.
You guys, that's awesome.
Thank you. We're probably going to, I'm sure he'll doctor it up with some.
I'll probably put some hot sauce on.
Some hot sauce and yeah.
And more.
And you can make it your own. Do whatever. Do bacon instead of sausage. Ham instead of, do all three. Do a meat lovers.
Trish says, hey, Rusty, that's mine. Yeah, too bad you're not here.
I was waiting for you guys to like get into it at the meetup. I'm like, well, they're gonna start fighting over some food here in a minute.
No, there was plenty to go around.
There was plenty of food there, yes.
Neil says, time to eat. Kim says, that looks great.
Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
You guys, I'm so sorry it's been so spotty today. So it's pretty hot. I bet I'm not working outside. Let me show you what I'm working on today.
And Lane says, enjoyed. Everyone have a great weekend. Prayers and much love to all. Hobie says, thank you everyone for joining us today. Please channel. See y'all
Bye.
Monday on RBA Live. Yes, you.
That pantry. See all that stuff? I've got to find homes for it. So I'm not going outside today. I'm going to stay inside. And I'm burning in here.
Everyone has a great day.
Love you guys. Thank you for being here. See you guys next week. I don't know if we'll be in the kitchen, but I'll let you know.
Bye.
Hopefully we'll be in the kitchen. I really like cooking in the kitchen, but if we have to be at a market, we'll be at a market. But anyway, love you guys. See y'all next week. Bye.